Holy crap! Holy crap! I can't believe it. I missed the start.
7:00, Letitia.
I wasn't watching that clock. We were
Well,
talking.
anybody's going to be here anyway.
Well, you're such a downer. There are thousands of people that want to see us. They just don't know it yet. We have to figure out a way to tell them that they need to see us. Because if they saw us, they'd enjoy it.
You think so?
Well, I mean, why not? Well, I know that some people will enjoy this.
Who the hell cares?
That's a liberal.
It's like saying, would you rather have wine or water?
Wine, a half inch, means a lot sometimes.
Nobody likes to eat crow. Right.
Now I'm starving.
How much is the economy today? It's that much.
This pumpkin latte sucked, and I want to speak to your manager.
Objection, hearsay. Objection, leading. Objection, hearsay.
Where is that woman when Biden speaks?
Get the hell out of here. His name is pronounced Joni. And that's the end of it.
Well, two people are definitely here with us. Andrew Dorman and Gloria. We haven't seen you in a while, Gloria. You've been playing bingo. How are you, Gloria? Well, I think that we should just keep on trying. That's my whole.
Was it year 3?
What? No, it's not year 3. It's not even year 1 yet.
Yes, it is.
No, it's year 1. That's right.
No, it's almost 2 years.
It's almost 2 years.
And there's my grandma. Hi, Grandma.
Episode 84. Hello, Debbie and Grandma Joe and Martin Lee. He is on time, and Martin sent me some great stuff about Joe Brown, who's running for mayor of Mississippi. Everybody buy Martin Lee's book. Martin put up the link in the comments so they know where to go to buy it. How's the weather down in Kakalaki land? Let me tell you something, Professor. It is glorious down here. But tomorrow I'll be back in New York. But just got back from a cruise through Alaska. Oh, I love that cruise. That's a great cruise, Gloria. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you saw lots of wildlife. It's my favorite cruise. As a matter of fact, we're talking about going again in 2025. So anyway, enough about that. Jennifer, have you watched any of the news this week?
No. No. No, I can't say that I have because I actually canceled my Hulu Live so that I don't watch TV and I continue to work. It didn't work because Amazon Prime now I found shows. So,
wow, there's a lot of good things in the news, but tonight's episode is called Distraction, and I thought it would be fun if I put together some videos of distractions, the stuff that people are talking about out there, crazy stuff like the pronouns situation. You heard that, what's her name? Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan now made it a $10,000 fine if you
federal.
No, she's the governor of Michigan. So she made it. She signed a law in Michigan that it's $10,000 if you mispronoun people.
Yeah,
but they are discussing, federal law as well.
If you rape somebody, you'll be out, but you called them the wrong pronoun. I'm gonna go there, and when they call me the wrong pronoun, I'm gonna be like, I identify as he. So, and then I'm gonna sue and get them locked up.
Yes, Biden was booed in Hawaii. That's one of our first clips. That's one of our first clips. So since our audience is ahead of us, I thought I'd start us off with a great clip just for fun. It's the Fauci Award, and it goes to this poor robber who chose the wrong nail salon to rob. Watch this.
The Fauci Award for Gullible People.
Everybody get down! Give me all your money! If you got the money! Give me all your money! Get down! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money?
Jennifer, you were
It was actually great.
What's that?
I saw that one. It was great.
So, I mean, I love the guy in the background who kept on taking appointments. He wasn't going to stop. Absolutely not. I think that's it was probably, I don't know where it came from, but I'm going to guess that it was probably in San Francisco, which is now locking up their what are they, like, Stop and Shops? No, wait, like those gas station convenience stores. They're actually putting chains through their freezer section because people are robbing them.
Isn't that nice? I can't even get deodorant. I have to wait for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, San Francisco, that one guy actually got caught on camera. Somebody, I didn't make the clip, but somebody said, "What are you doing, man?" He's like, "This is San Francisco, bro. You take what you want." I mean, yeah, really. So this is a new America where people know that there are no consequences for their actions, unless, of course, you're Donald Trump, and there are consequences for stuff you really didn't do. So, at any rate, well, we're going to get to Biden in a second. Oh, look who's with us, Jamie Ann.
Oh, thank you. Yes, no more blonde. That's it. Summer's over.
Yeah, I love you.
Ruined my hair enough.
I love you, dark. Pelosi told her staff, whoever they are, to work at home because of crime. Yes, in San Francisco, where she is a congresswoman. And look who joined us, Ralph Rubinick. Happy birthday to Ralph. Everybody wish Ralph a happy birthday. Just passed a couple of days ago. Yeah, for being born. All right, so Joe Biden finally made it after his no comment on the Maui wildfires that killed hundreds, and there's still 1,000 people missing. He finally decided to cut his vacation short and go tour the area. Well, I'm going to play you just a little clip of what he said, trying to connect with the people of Maui, as Uncle Joe often does, and also what the reaction was. Here you go.
We have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake that's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
The affected areas, there is so much anger, not just at the emergency sirens that weren't used on the day, but also at the response that has followed in the days since. Many locals say the assistance has been slow moving in. This man standing on the side of a highway greeted the president's motorcade on the way into town with a middle finger salute. And this death toll is expected to continue to climb in the days ahead. Sadly, those numbers will rise, we have been warned. And there is a new alarming figure today. 13 days, almost 2 weeks after the fires, 850 people are still listed as missing.
I'm selling your house, sorry. Wheeling and dealing.
Well, they can wait an hour. So his kitchen fire was his...
the whole thing, the Corvette, the cat, his wife.
Yep. And if that's not bad enough, he had an appropriations bill in Congress to give money to help the people of Hawaii.
Yep.
But he tied that to $26 billion in additional spending for Ukraine.
Yeah, he gave them 500 beds. That's what he did. He gave them 500 beds, like I wish you had that video when he was rambling off what he was going to give them, the pathetic items.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody heard it, but the fact that he was giving Ukraine in that bill, that appropriation for Maui, he was giving more money to Ukraine than he was giving to
Do you
Maui.
see any of those GoFundMe's on TV like you did for Ukraine to give to Maui or citizens or people?
Yeah, no, I mean, where are all the housewives?
And the Ukrainians. That's what you got.
Yep. Where are all the housewives, all the people saying, you know, get together, let's help the people of America? No, absolutely not. Cynthia's with us. How are you, Cynthia? Hope you're doing well. Cynthia brought me a beautiful sculpture. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go grab it during a next clip so that everybody can see it, that she made herself, and it has a place of pride in my living room. Thank you, Cynthia. I'm not watching the debate. It will be a shit show like Real Housewives. Plus, they rejected Larry Elder. Yeah, they did. They rejected
Not allowing Trump surrogates in.
What's that?
Fox News is not allowing Trump surrogates to be at the debate.
Well, they finally relented after they got so much negative press. They relented, so now they're going to be there. Hi, it's our OG is with us tonight. And Howard Zim is with us. Joe never went to the train derailment in Ohio. No. And the new spin, Howard, is that the train derailment was Trump's fault. And so that's why Biden never went to the train derailment in Ohio. I mean, it's really ridiculous. They worry more about other people's countries than they do our own country. I would say his own country, but I'm starting to believe that Biden is not an American anymore, not in his heart. He's not a patriot anymore. Locks on everything to shop. Without Trump, blaming the country would be in a stupor. May calm and recovery be from the.
You got to read these out loud. You can't mumble. You got to read them out loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just don't read them then.
He's a jackass. Yes, he is. Absolutely. He spent something like 47% of his time as president on vacation. That's true. And do you remember the press used to cover Donald Trump when he would play golf and make it like it was a big deal that he would spend 6 hours playing golf. But this guy's on vacation constantly.
He spends 6 hours shitting his pants every day.
One thing that in the land of volcanoes and molten lava, people living there know how to react to fire. Very sad. Yeah, you would think so. And I mean, the excuses for why the alarms didn't sound. I mean, it was just amazing to me. But I'm going to say this. I'm not a pot smoker, but I do understand that some of the best pot comes from Hawaii. And I'm going to guess, Jen, that it's very much like California. Everybody is high all the time and they are not on their game. And this could be exactly what we're seeing. You see how California is screwed up, how Hawaii is screwed up. People are just not on their game anymore because they're all just blasted out of their mind all the time. Did Biden ever go to the border? No. Oh, wait. Yes, he did, but not exactly to the border.
Kamala didn't. Did she?
Kamala didn't. No. They covered Trump when he had ice cream. Oh, yeah, they did. But not when he did great things, as we all know. Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, it's the truth. Here comes COVID-19 to the rescue. Yes, another strain. Masks in colleges now. Yeah, crazy. All right, Jen, you're going to go apoplectic on this one. This is a distraction for everybody. This young woman is called Lesbian Snow White, and she has a YouTube channel, and her job is to teach people how to use pronouns. So here we go.
You how to use dragon's pronouns in sentences. Every time I hear the word dragon, I always think about Shrek, especially how the dragon ends up with Donkey and then they have babies together. It's like, what? And I love when people have usernames that have like Shrek in the username because they always end up being so funny. Dragon's pronouns are neopronouns, and neopronouns are most typically used by neurodivergent and or autistic individuals who have a hard time relating to gender. But anyway, Dragon is such a wonderful person. Dragon's smile is so contagious. In fact, I saw Dragon make a whole whole audience smile. I think dragons should be very proud of dragon self. And I know that there's been a lot of hate towards neopronouns that you probably have seen, and that's not okay. Maybe we shouldn't listen to some creators that are just spreading some false information about neopronouns. I'm teaching you how to use frog's pronouns in sentences, so let's go! Frog's pronouns, that sounds so cool. Ding, ding, ding. And that's because it is cool. Because that means that the person that's using these neopronouns is staying super curious about frog self and wants to know more about frog self. And I, as a non-neopronoun user, respect the hell out of that because that takes so much courage. I just wanted to mention that. You don't need my approval. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to use C-star pronouns in sentences, so let's go. Since when are C and star pronouns? I'm so confused. C and star are neopronouns. And neopronouns are just newer pronouns that you probably haven't heard of before because a lot of people are scared to use them in public spaces. And that's the real tragedy, is that not everybody gets to use their pronouns in person.
I don't know what just happened.
Don't you understand how to use your pronouns? Ding, ding, ding. I mean, please, there's C and star.
I'm right in the face with this thing.
Well, listen, in case you think it was a joke, CNN has released a list of pronouns, neopronouns, and is explaining people how to use them. For instance, the neopronouns Z and Zer. I asked Zer to come to the movies. Z said yes. And then there's Z and Zer. The teacher graded Zer paper today, and Z got an A. And then there is Faye and Fair. Faye told me that Fair best friend is in town this week. Ding, ding, ding.
Well, your mother's body shaming right now. Let's see.
A and Air. A is my best friend. Most of Air's weekday evenings are spent at my house. And then my absolute most happiest one is I am Ear. I'm taking M to the park today. I wants to bring Ear camera to capture the garden for Mself. Isn't that wonderful? And if you don't understand what's going on, Jennifer, and you speak in Michigan and you don't know these neopronouns, you will get a $10,000 fine.
I hate this world. Pronoun witch.
Yeah, you're going to be the pronoun witch. I love it. Oh, my God. I love it. Is that Kamala? No, that's not Kamala. At least that young lady spoke English. Hi, lady. Sorry, I'm late. Hi, Susan. How are you? Yes, thinking about mask mandates. Let's see. Oh, my God, I'm losing brain cells. Absolutely. Now, think about who her audience was, because you know that
7-year-olds.
Her audience were kids. So,
She's just like a goddamn fairy.
Well, her lesbian Snow White is her name. Hi, Bobby. Good to see you. No, it's not a boy. That's lesbian Snow White.
Well,
so
she called the dwarves, so I don't know who she's hanging out with then.
I hear the dwarves are now they.
I'm on my podcast. You okay? Okay, bye.
A kid is saying these videos for her classroom curriculum. Absolutely. That she was absolutely gearing that towards kids, 100%. There was an article on CCP gave $17 million to the Board of Education. CCP, oh, that's great. So now we'll be learning Chinese in school. Not American, not English, Chinese. Not seeing the comments on my computer. Oh no.
Maria just texted me. Do you see me online? I don't see any of the comments. Maria, No.
Where are you guys watching?
Are you guys like on the Facebook? Because you have to go into the studio.
Yeah, Bobby knows though how to use the Facebook. Let me see. No, I have nothing.
We've been shadow banned from life. That's wonderful.
What's that?
Now we've been shadow banned from life.
Sounds like Kamala is involved with all of us. Well, this is exactly why I put the comments up on the screen so that everybody.
They have to press the show and then comment inside the show, not on Facebook.
I don't know. Possibly the CCP is behind all of this. Possibly? I think most definitely. Okay, Howard. I know a woman who is a lesbian, bisexual, and has a young son. She is kind of conservative. She considers herself part of the LGBTQ ABC group. She hates the pronouns and the woke nonsense. She says there are others like her, but they can't speak up because they will get attacked.
All of my friends, all of my transgender friends, my gay friends, they're all conservative.
Absolutely. And I've been working with gay groups.
And they're banned from so many things.
Yep, for many years. And they are beyond disturbed by this whole pronoun distraction because they said it takes away from what they work so hard for, which was just to be accepted and part of society and treated like everybody else. And now these kids who are insisting on acting fools for attention are just destroying everything they work so hard for. It happens all the time. I mean, with the women.
Oh, I see. What's wrong?
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, keep talking.
All right, you fix it. I'm in both Facebook and in my phone. Okay. Jennifer found the problem. I'm on Facebook and can see all the comments on my Facebook. Okay, what they promote here, they forbid in their country. You know that. Well, that's the whole thing. Is that if you're going to dismantle? What's going on? I'm getting feedback.
I'm fixing it.
All right, but I'm getting feedback. If you're the best way to dismantle a country is to bombard it with crap, because we're Americans, and a shiny object in front of us gets us all excited. And that's what other countries are doing. That's what the elites of other countries are doing. They're trying very hard to dismantle our country and our culture. Hey, Colleen's with us tonight. How are you, Colleen? Or I should say Letitia only sees them on my phone. Okay.
No, I know, because it's off.
Taliban.
It's not. Look, it's shut off.
What is shut off?
StreamYard.
How is StreamYard shut off? We're on
StreamYard. I don't know, but it is.
Stand for America. No, I didn't hear that, Debbie. All right, Colleen sees everything. All right, well, why don't we go to our next video, which is what the Biden administration was hoping nobody would see, the sale of the border wall. Watch.
Biden administration. They have been reportedly selling off millions of dollars worth of border wall materials in an attempt to halt Republicans from restarting construction. Steel square structural tubes have been quietly posted on GovPlanet. This is an online auction house. 81 lots of beams have been sold so far for about $2 million in total. Another 13 tubes are set to be auctioned off this week and next. This appears to be an effort to try to thwart Senate Republicans' efforts to pass the Finish Act. That would require the federal government to either use the steel to extend the border wall or transfer it to states like Texas to be used to finish the wall there. Sharice, I am sure that Governor Abbott would like to finish these parts of the wall.
Yeah, this is amazing because just last week we were hearing of reports of gunfire coming from across the border from the Mexican side. And that's why we need a physical barrier.
So instead of finishing the wall, Biden administration has spent over $200 million storing the wall, and it was only like $2 million worth of wall left before to be put up. So $200 million storing it, and meanwhile we have problems where we can't take care of the migrants that are here already. And Adams and Democrats and Republicans alike are calling on Joe Biden to help New York City with the migrants. Len just joined us, and he talked about that there's going to be a rally at Gracie Mansion on Sunday. There was a rally on Staten Island where Scott Lebedo and Curtis Lee were.
He's there right now. He has a huge banner hanging outside a villa that says "fuck no."
Yeah, good. To protect themselves from selling to who? I don't know what the selling to refers to. What lose? Oh, selling to who? Oh, they're selling it. They're selling it for scrap metal or for whatever. That's when the government has excess material. They have to post it on for bidding, and people can buy it. So somebody's buying it. I'm hoping that Abbott and then buy it and then put it up on the border. I think that would be a great idea. I'd be happy to give my taxes to that. And I hope that they all bid on it. That would be my solution. So if Governor Abbott or anyone else is listening, buy the damn wall. And then even if you're not a border state, if you're a Republican state, buy it and send it to Abbott. We need more than a miracle. We just need thinking people who love our country. There's another one tomorrow night at St. John Villa. Yeah, the problem is, Len, is St. John Villa was sold to the Board of Education immediately after the Archdiocese closed it down. So the Board of Education owns it. I mean, the city owns it. And it can do anything it wants with it. And the fact is that there's nowhere to put these migrants. They're
Rikers, all those empty cells. You make them little dorm rooms, and everyone gets to live there with heat and water and bathrooms, and they all get to get a number. And they get to.
You're absolutely right.
But guess what? Make them all become correction officers, since nobody wants to do it anymore.
Well,
Listen,
the whole thing is, first off, everybody should know that Catholic Charities is the one paying for buses to bus these migrants over the border. So that's a problem. All these not-for-profits, Catholic Charities is one of them. Then you couple that with the Archdiocese selling property to the city. And now the Democrats have a way to achieve their goal, right? Abbott thwarted their original goal. The goal was don't stop them at the border and let them come into Texas and Arizona to make those states blue, because especially Texas, because if Texas goes blue with voters, then that's it. No Republican will ever be elected president again. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is he shipped them up to New York and to the blue states because why not? If the blue states are blue, let them be more blue. However, the mayor of New York City is saying, well, if we're going to get immigrants, let's put them on Republican Staten Island. So Staten Island goes blue. It's all, they're playing games with people. That's what they're doing. And they don't want to stop it. That's not the goal. Their goal was clear. We caught them. Problem is, who's going to stop it now? Who's going to stop it now? Okay. So my rant is over. They couldn't take
Maria said she can only see Bobby. So now I'm talking to someone.
Okay.
So keep going.
All right. Bust them back home to their country.
Settings so you can start.
Not for anything, but when Trump was president, he had to deal with the presidents of those countries to keep those people there. But you got to recognize something. These migrants believe they're needed in America for work. That's the message that's being sent to Venezuela, to Brazil, to Mexico, to all of these southern countries, is that they need you in America to work. And then when they get here, we give them everything, much more than they've had in their countries. But to them, Biden wants them here. He sent for them. And you have all of these NGOs, supporting them to get them here. This is a conspiracy of the worst kind to undermine our country as we know it. We're always helping the illegals. Yep, government. Yep. Send them back and take care of Americans. It's not going to happen. It's illegal, but who's suing who? I say we all get together, get a good lawyer, get a class action lawsuit, and sue Biden for actually breaking, going against the American Constitution by allowing all these illegal immigrants here. And if we shouldn't sue, maybe there's somebody who is a constitutional scholar better than I. Maybe we sue Congress and tell them to act immediately to close the borders, because Congress is the one that makes the immigration laws. Isn't that what the Democrats say? Well, if Congress will do something, well, let Congress do it. Now it's time. Mr. McCarthy, if any of your staff is watching, make a bill, close the borders. Adams is not putting them in right, because they're going to put 10 cities in Central Park and in Queens. City is putting like 2,000 illegals in Floyd Bennett. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing.
You have to fix it.
I have been protesting since, and nothing can change. What can we do? I just told you what we can do. You got to find a Congress person with balls. This is being corrupted from the inside, and we got to get our Congress people to put out a bill. Here, 2 things that could be done. Dead serious. Congress has to put in a bill, an emergency bill, to close the borders immediately. They were already doing the bill to finish the wall. Well, they've got to move a little bit more quickly. That's number 1. Number 2, blue states like New York is a sanctuary state since 18, that the Constitution in New York was changed, and it was changed for veterans coming home from the war who were homeless. So it mandated that we had to provide shelter for everybody in New York state and city. And New York City is constantly being sued under that constitutional amendment. And they fight it every year, but every year they lose. So get your senators and assembly members to change the Constitution of New York. As far as the other blue states, I don't know. They seem to want them. Taxpayer always pays. Let's not forget about the piece of shit mayor who is in Israel. Why is he in Israel? Yeah, he's looking for money. We the people hire Dershowitz to petition. That's a good idea. You know what? That's a really good idea. Did you hear it's now illegal to use a gas leaf blower in New Jersey? Fine up to $1,000. Where did our rights go? Oh, well, listen, that's a big sham too. It's a distraction, and we're going to talk about that. They're too busy taking summer breaks. Yeah, so let's move on. We got so much more to talk about. So here's a distraction. It's fashion. Okay, so I don't know if you caught a load of that, but that's men's business fashion. So it come in next season, you might be seeing men in the office wearing. I just can't. Oh my God! And this for the workplace. This is a new thing: time blindness. Watch.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job. Provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
Stocking if she cut her braids off. Where did she get that haircut?
Oh my God. I mean, time blindness. I wish I knew about this. I would have definitely used this as an excuse my whole life. We have on Rumble, we have Dennis Bean 74. He says, hi, Jen. And he wanted to know what the hell was that with respect to men's fashion. That was a man in a bodysuit, in a superhero suit. I don't know. It was, I just love the puffy coat.
I was talking about the bangs, the girl. I don't know. I didn't see that because I was trying to fix the Facebook.
Okay, look, quickly, watch the fashion show. I'm not watching. Why am I replaying it? Put the phone down. Put the phone down. No, put it down, put it down, put it down. No more fun for you.
I was looking for the picture of the shirt. I found it.
Oh.
It's Theo from the Cosby Show when Denise made him that shirt. You know,
the shirt that went over the head with the phone hanging out. Oh my God. Let's see. Okay. Oh, look, Dominic is with us. Hold on. Where is he?
Well, that's great, but no one can see each other.
She's ridiculous to show up to work earlier on time. Very good, Dominic. I agree. Young Care and Lull, and then the Safe Island title. No. Bobby, are you drinking? Young Karen. It's interesting video. I love Andrew Dorman. Nothing shocks Andrew. Fashion blindness, 100%.
Helen Keller made that wardrobe.
The puffy
Designer of the year.
the shirt that was half over the head with the phone. I don't.
You know what? Let's give him the pants that are half under his ass and call it a day. Make it through life.
Howard, I would so do that, Howard. I would so do it. Oh my God. I like the one that looked like a half dog funnel. I like the blow up so fast.
You want
and what a dull beverage is a voice for text machine. Oh, try AI. Try ChatGPT. Oh my God. Jen is like, don't even go there. Jen is a fashion icon. She would never wear such.
Oh yeah, with my free TikTok outfit I got.
Imagine they're sitting next to number 3 in the office. Reminded me of Shirley Temple. Could you imagine going into the office looking like that? I can't even. Dennis Bean, wow, no, I can't see that.
Obviously, none of you have lived in Irby. There's balls hanging out of bikini bottoms, guys.
No, that's the truth. Oh my God, you should have an Irby fashion show. Oh my God.
There is a guy that lives here, a girl, whatever, Zaire, and he is one of the city's autopsy people, very high up. And the other day I'm walking by, he has a shaved head, he's wearing like a Iron Maiden cutoff shirt and basketball shorts with Louboutins and a pearl necklace.
Oh, pearl necklace for men is the new big thing.
Well, you know what that means, so calm down.
Oh, well, then pearl necklace for men is the new big thing.
But he had Louboutins on. I don't even have Louboutins. And he was sitting outside working. Hairy legs, basketball shorts, Iron Maiden shirt, Louboutins, pearl necklace. Like Fred Flintstone's wife, Wilma.
Yeah, right. But what does it mean?
He just has a fetish to dress like Klinger.
Pearl necklace. You said you know what that means.
I cannot say that. You don't know what that means?
No. When a man wears a pearl necklace? Or the term pearl necklace? I know the term pearl necklace. I thought there was.
Man, he's gay and he likes that.
Yeah, but even straight guys are wearing pearl necklaces.
No straight men wear pearl necklaces.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's a new thing. Just put a hole in a dining table and call it.
If he showed up to with a pearl necklace on, I would blow my apartment up and then kill him. So.
Wait, no, you can't skip over Dominic's comment. It's the truth. Put a hole in a conference table, not a dining table. That would be more appropriate for the office, Dominic. Oh my God, Generation Z.
Hole table.
Oh my God. Exposed shoulder in the workplace. Next, they'll be topless, strolling in at noon. Oh my God. Well, I think.
We don't hear, but nobody does it.
Time blindness. We'll cover that. Well, where are you hanging, Letitia? I'm in Myrtle Beach. I haven't seen any construction workers.
Where did you get that pot from?
That's a great picture in my head of a construction worker wearing a pearl necklace. Oh my God. Oh, and all of this is a distraction for this. Watch what Joe Biden said about Donald Trump running for office.
We just have to demonstrate that he will not take power if he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president again.
Under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become president again. What does that say to you, Mr. Speaker?
Look, we have never seen a major political figure as routinely and methodically assaulted as Donald Trump. It's a sign of how desperate the establishment is.
2,000 million times. Indictment.
Bingo! So legitimate efforts through using our Constitution. So that's the legitimate effort. I don't want to.
My son, the right to bear arms, who was a criminal who lied about being on drugs, he said publicly, "My son did nothing wrong."
Absolutely.
But his son said he did.
We're going to have that in a minute. Dennis Bean says real men don't wear pearl necklaces. Okay. Okay, another distraction. Trans hate. What?
Sorry, there's so much trans hate in the world right now, and I'm so done with it. And pride just means that we are unabashedly happy just to be alive.
Yeah. And where do you personally feel that hate is coming from?
Most places, but especially the government.
And in your own life, where would you say that you feel the hate the most?
I feel like I kind of internalize a lot of the hate, so it feels like it mostly comes from myself at this point.
Both of them. I mean, I understand when you give up on life, but your hair, there's mullets and.
Well, she's internalizing the hate. She said it.
She's a hairdresser, and so should he. So
comes from herself. Excuse me. Okay, well, that's a distraction from this going on in California. Watch right now. Watch.
Please look at camera for entry.
And if you stand on the shoes and look into the spheroid, if you get the green light, that'll open the door for you.
Oh, stand on the shoes?
Keep up with all the comments that okay. Again, we the people hire Dershowitz. Yes. Okay. Soon they're going to sue Trump for breathing. Yeah, and having a memory. It comes from the closet.
Touching his pants.
They go, we have the old, okay. Let's see. Mental disorder confirmed. Yep. Okay. She's unabashedly happy while hating herself. I know. It's like Sybil. With all the pot in the world, why is everybody so freaking unhappy? I don't understand it. Everybody's smoking pot. Why are they all happy? Oh, I can't with these kids. Okay. Jen is a couture fashion designer. Yeah, that was funny. They have that in Portland while Luda's sick. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we're getting really late.
You're not reading these out loud, and no.
All right. I'm gonna. All right. Hold on.
And you know I'm against reading the comments.
Okay. All right.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about? China.
Once you
None of that is true.
He made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
That is simply
and various
not
other places.
true.
From two different debates, but I mean, Trump was right. I mean, he did make a fortune from China, and Joe Biden was wrong. I don't know that he was lying about it. He might not have been told by Hunter, but this blind spot is a problem.
So CNN is starting to catch on all of a sudden that Trump was right. So that's encouraging. I've been watching CNN lately, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, they're coming out with some.
Anymore. He was on the front page of the Post in the Corvette that he got, some car that he got from Hunter Biden's money.
Well, the Post I expect it from, but from
That's
CNN. Okay, and here's another distraction for you.
Nara Arlen knows full well how odd it must look to some riding through the woods on a hobby horse.
I remember being mocked, and if I said that I don't care what people think or what people say, it would be a lie. When I do hobby horsing, I feel like only the sky is the limit. I have heard everything already, so there's literally nothing that I haven't heard. But I feel like myself when I'm doing hobby horsing. That's the one thing that makes me want to keep going.
Hobby horsing is in fact a sport with fixed rules and even various disciplines, such as show jumping and dressage. The Hobby Horse Championship, held annually in Finland, attracts some 300 participants from as many as 17 countries, making it the biggest event of its kind in the world. The path to recognition as a sport began in 2002 with the founding of the first Hobby Horse Association in Finland. At first, it didn't have much of a following, but through social media, the sport's gaining in popularity.
Oh my God, my aneurysm. It's a legitimate sport. It's in its 22nd year, I think. Or no, 10th year, 20 years. And it's all over the world. It's not just here. Oh my God, the comments are exploding. Oh my God. Well, they're from Finland. They're from around the world. She looks like Mariana's and bite on their high horse. Very good, Dominic. Unreal. It's very real. Some girls just like to ride. That's like Dennis Bean says. Dennis Bean. You got Dennis Bean is crying on Rumble. Just so that you know, his comment was she just likes riding the stick. The truth is, it was started mostly teenage girls, but now it's expanded. Where can I buy a different hobby? Sick bastards. Who hobby horse is a sport? Tomorrow I'm gonna make a hobby horse. Look out, everybody! I think.
I'm a hobby horse. Do you not remember? That's how I broke his chin almost.
That's right. I have an idea. Everybody who's going to protest the migrants should bring a hobby horse.
Just
That will do.
put a wig on it. It works. That's tassels on my Swiffer.
Howard wants to buy your mop. Bobby Dutcher gives you high scores for your dressage. Hobby horsing, Jesus, sport. I'll give you a break. Martin Lee, I told you, we never disappoint. You'll always learn something here. I can imagine what can be done with a hobby horse stick. Truly a national sport. Oh my God. The third Wilson sister from Hart. Oh yeah. I was just going to say that. Okay. That looks like good exercise, but it's sport. Oh, you've got it. Google Finnish Hobby Horse Championship. Your mouth will be on the floor. Watch the prices go up on horse toy now.
Okay. Acid, I guarantee you.
Well, that's a distraction for this.
Now that David Weiss has been named special counsel, he does have a bit more independence. It's not all that different from being a U.S. attorney, but he does have a bit more independence, separation from the attorney general. My big question, again, is why? Why now? Why in a case that's been going on for 5 years, 4 days ago, there was no need for special counsel. Now there is. And what DOJ said is the reason is, quote, extraordinary circumstances. Now that's pulled out of the law. What's extraordinary now that wasn't extraordinary 5 weeks ago when they were ready to go in court and wrap this up for a misdemeanor? So DOJ has botched this, in my view. Merrick Garland has botched this. And frankly, the way this has played out has actually lent credence to what the whistleblowers have said.
I was just going to say that. And that issue of what the whistleblowers said and did interviews on this network and elsewhere and testified before Congress isn't what came up in court when the plea deal fell apart, but it really seems to be more and more relevant right now.
Michelle, obviously, we're also watching Georgia right now. The leading contender for the Republican nomination is facing his potential fourth indictment. At this point in time, do you, in your reporting, think voters actually care? And I'm not trying to minimize anything. I'm just saying that, like, people can get numb to this. There's a lot of it. It's really hard to understand given how many there are.
I mean, the question is which voters. Is it changing any minds, though?
Right.
Probably not. You know, for Democratic voters, this just adds to the pile of how they already feel about Donald Trump. They have a long list of reasons they think he's unqualified to be president. Republican voters, I mean, you'll talk to them in early states. They'll tell you that they think Donald Trump was a great president. They think he did wonderful things. They think maybe he did something that wasn't quite on the up and up, but it wasn't a crime in some of these cases. But they see all of these as a vast conspiracy against him. And that's the way he's presented this on the campaign trail.
I think you bring up such a good point, Ellie. If you could answer this. I had someone over the weekend ask me, an independent voter. I don't understand why they're all coming now.
That is a great question. And I've been sort of banging that drum for the last couple of years. I mean, he will have a rhetorical point. Let's put aside, we don't know what the motivation is, but even if you assume the best of motivation by all these prosecutors, isn't it interesting that nobody charged anything until now? And 4 of them come in a, 3-4 month stretch between April and now?
How do you explain that?
I think it's partially, I think each one is its own story. I mean, Merrick Garland, I think, had inertia. I think he had no appetite to do this for the first year and a half. The political winds got strong enough. And I think the same thing, by the way, in appointment of special counsel. I think Merrick Garland, frankly, has shown himself to be a windsock. He just, when the political pressure gets too much, he just goes whichever way the wind's blowing. For a year and a half, he didn't want any part of Donald Trump on January 6th until the pressure built because of the January 6th committee. And then what does he do a few months later? He appoints Jack Smith. Same thing here. He was hoping the Hunter Biden case would go away with a quick plea. Political pressure built, and then he goes, well, special counsel. It's not a strong way to be as an attorney general.
Now let's go to our political consultant from California.
Trump.
Well, isn't it interesting? That was CNN, and I want you to know that segment was 15 minutes long. So something is up when even CNN is starting to say what's going on with Merrick Garland and what's going on with these charges. That was a really long segment. Google it, watch the whole segment. Something is up. All these distractions are no longer distracting people. So think about it. Let's see. Let's plug some global warming. Oh yeah, well I've got that too. I think the Republican debate is going to have a drop off. Yeah, Tucker Carlson is airing his interview with Donald Trump at the same time on Twitter. So that's nobody's going to be watching that debate. It's getting the state charges moved to federal court. Yes, indeed. Trump 2024. There are some who never pay attention to details. These are the ones who can make a difference in the next election. You're right. And that's why I think it's a big deal that CNN is starting to speak. They even see the problem. So that's something. I mean, even unfortunately, their viewership is down to like 10,000, but still bigger than ours. So maybe they'll make a difference. Trump is the best president who loves America. That's the truth. Oh, by the way, did anybody mention Chris Christie is a piece of shit? Yeah, I do it regularly.
Anybody that thinks they can run again, he's like de Blasio.
Well, they may know what's going to happen, and they may want to be right on the side. I hope you're wrong about that.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, she's saying that the fix is in already, and so they think that. I'm sorry. That they may know what's going to happen. Okay, that Trump is going to win, so they want to be on the right side. Okay, got it. Yeah, they may want to. They may. Okay, so here's green distraction is all the rage. Well, let's hear about green, especially windmills. Watch.
95% of all windmills like these are produced in China, making a massive footprint with its production, transportation, installation, and demolition, costing an average of $4 million each, contributing to an $80 billion business. Solar farms require 75 times more land than our current energy solutions. And if you think that's a lot, wind farms require 360 times more land. Right now, only 0.5% of the American land is taken up to provide the entirety of America with energy using coal, gas, and nuclear. If we were to fully replace the entire power grid with renewable green energy, 25% of the land would be filled up with solar panels and windmills, destroying a substantial amount of its biodiversity. And it gets worse. Solar panels and wind turbines don't last forever and come with a lot of waste. Whereas nuclear waste is safely stored and doesn't take up that much space, we simply bury the 7,000 kilogram blades made of glass fiber reinforced plastics in the ground with no new purpose. When you actually count all the production and transportation costs, unnecessary waste and land usage, these so-called green solutions aren't better or even slightly better. They don't average out, but are severely worse than nuclear energy.
Tractors electric, or are they gas? The tractors that have to plow the fields and work and move things
and all the work done and the mining and all.
Where the parts come from China. Where do things from China come from?
Well, I got to tell you something. I would be all for nuclear energy because nuclear energy is clean energy. I think it's smart energy. We have a nuclear plant in New York. I think Cuomo is closing it or did close it or something. But we had one. But right now, I would say no to nuclear plants in America, and I'm going to tell you why. Because right now, we have so many insurgents in our country that if they blow one up, that's it. I mean, that's, a radiation that we can't afford. But windmills are killing whales. Yes, indeed they are. The sea life is dying.
The sound?
What's that?
The sound. It's the sound. The sound of the windmill is killing the whale.
Yes. The vibration is confusing the whales. Yeah.
And they're scary looking.
Yeah, they're scary looking. We've had more whales die in the last 12 months than we have had in the last.
Kill the sharks.
Yeah. John Stossel has a lot of great videos on energy and the topic. That's true, Howard, and I think everybody should take a look. Scott's supposed to be having a rally on the 26th.
He's having it tomorrow at Villa.
Electric runs on coal, so it's a distraction. It's a distraction.
On minerals that are mined by children in China that are not good for you. Everything. Listen.
Yeah, ask Germany this winter about nuclear electricity. Yeah. Sonar, insurgents. Good point. Yeah, it's.
What I would love make all of these millennials or whatever they are, Gen X, charge their phones with solar power only and not be able to plug their fucking phones in.
Well, I don't know. I got to tell you something. EcoFlow makes a portable solar charger, which is fantastic. It's got the panels. It's a small little panel. I mean, look, I'm all for.
But it's in Alaska where it's dark 6 months out of the year.
Right. So you can't use it all, but you can't use it all the time. But the thing about EcoFlow is you could plug it into the house, your electric grid, or you could use the solar panels. So you could do both. And
I don't want any electric. They have to use solar panels, all of them.
Yeah,
all the apples.
I agree. Yeah,
that's it. And vegetable oil for their cars. Let's see how all of this works for you.
Yeah. Well, they're changing. The Generation Z is changing the world because they're the new consumers, and so they're changing the way everybody's thinking. And Big Corp is going with them because they think they're going to have spending power. The interesting thing is they're all freaking broke. They're only spending power.
Okay. They're living in their parents' basements.
Yeah, exactly. So when mommy and daddy are gone, where's the money coming from? They all want a bed rot. That's what they want to do.
And then if you inherit money, they want you to tax the rich. So
and then you get taxed.
F goes in the ass, and that's what's going to happen.
So the moral of our story, as we come to a close, is when you're distracted, bad things happen. Watch.
Look at mittens.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus!
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Poor bird. You didn't see it? You didn't get it?
I didn't see. I was watching the whole time.
You didn't? Watch again.
Look at mittens.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus!
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Dead.
He's trying to get the bird out. He sees the cat outside and look at Mittens. Okay, bird goes out. Mittens eats the bird. So, for all those still with us, let that be the moral of tonight's show. When you're distracted, you get eaten by a cat.
Whatever you ate today, send me some.
Bye, Debbie. Bye, Bobby. God bless America. Oh, yeah, God bless America. Bye, Birdie.
God help America. That's the new slogan. God help America. Land I once loved.
Good point, Jen. All right. Everybody, see you next Tuesday. I'm going to be in New York for 4 days, Jen. So
only 4? Why are you limiting your time with your child, your only child?
Well, come by and help me pack.
No.
Love you all.